So we're going live, and we're going to be live any second, and I'm live. No one's here yet. It's going to be a fun experiment tonight. I said I wouldn't go negative, but I thought I would title it negative, and then I would put like a really negative thumbnail and see if we get more people in the chat, because it's not going to be a negative chat. But we see if we get more people in the chat, because I want to see the emotional responses people have to stuff. Kind of like an experiment. I guess I have way too much time on my hands. How you doing, everybody? I'm Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. It's our nightly live stream that we do here, which lately have been just deteriorating into free-for-alls of fun stuff to talk about. But I put up Vegas Doomers. Bet you I get a lot of people in this chat. What do you guys want to bet? Oh my God, the Ace of Vegas is here. What do you guys want to bet? I get a bunch of... He's Vegas royalty. He's the Ace. Hey, Vegas Mooch, how you doing? Hi, Steve. Hi, Jennifer's here. Nancy and Peter, Macaulay, Nando. Cool. Nando just went to Vegas, had fun. Dano, or Dan U. Reno and Mark and Susanna and the Ace and Sally and Reno and Todd and Day Tripper and Reno and Mark. And the same people are chatting, so I'm saying their same names. Miguel is here. I know the truth. Hi in here. Hubba hubba. Oh my God, I wish. Thanks though, Steven. Beautiful background. Oh man, I know somebody speaks high of Ace of Vegas. I can't say who. Oh my God, Huntington, West Virginia's in the house. Howdy from Tejas. I scroll right past the negative clickbaiters. Well, here you are, and I'm trying to clickbait everybody. We're gonna bait the hook. We're gonna throw it into water. I don't know why I'm like a T-Rex. That's how a T-Rex fishes. Anyways, yes, I actually, along with my Israeli sanitary alcohol wipes yesterday, I did get this, and I told them not to send it because I know how these things usually play out. It's already all broken. It's all scuffed up. It's a little drone, and it doesn't take good video. That's why I didn't want them to send it, because I knew that by sending it, people would get like, oh my God, we're going to see some drone footage. Not so fast there, Chad. I don't know if your name's Chad or not. You can't really take footage with this. It's literally it's the resolution of what comes out of a phone from the first phones that ever recorded video. So it's all blocky, and it's about 10 frames per second. You can't use these in video, but I can't afford a $400 Mavic, so that's what that is. All right, guys, going to be in Vegas. Do you think it'll be closing back up? See what I tell you about the Doomers. Debbie, oh, wait, hold on. You know what I mean? It is all good. It is all good. You guys are great. You guys are wonderful people. One moment here. One moment here. I have to make a quick phone call on the live stream. I'm not going to let you know who I'm talking to. I'm going to maybe close down my live stream momentarily because I'm trying to get a hold of this person who just, hi, I'm on a live stream. You're not on the stream, but I just saw your message. It was very distressing. Did you want to talk about that later? Yeah, no, you're not. Absolutely not. No one can hear you. I just didn't want you to think I was hating on you. We'll talk about it later. Yeah. One moment, guys. I'm on a live stream and you're not being broadcast. I just saw it and I was so distressed. I said I might have to close my stream and talk to you instead. You want to come into the stream? We can have fun. Yeah. Cool. All right. Okay, no problem. All right, okay. All right. All right. Okay, thanks, buddy. Bye-bye. All right, guys, so that was that. I don't care if you hear me, as long as you don't hear the other party on that call. That's totally fine. It was really important. It was something that I didn't want to, somebody texted me something. That was incredibly distressing. I thought for a minute I was alienating somebody. Texts suck, by the way. Texts are some of the most misconstrued things in the world. I can't tell you. Have you ever had an experience in your life when you've texted something and it's like you text somebody and you have the best intentions and it comes back and it just smacks you right in the face? Tell me if you have. That's the Nevada desert in the background. That's actually that would be Red Rock Canyon. So you take out the strip, you drive up to the strip till you get up to Charleston. It's right on the other side of the stratosphere. If you're going north, you go west on Charleston And you go, and that was not the governor. Well, that was one of my governors. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I just saw something that made me so upset. I was gonna cut the stream and come back to you later. I just knew that that person would answer right away. Yeah, that's what happens with this instant communication we have. You have the best intention. You're at a light. You're driving. You make a text. You send it off, and then 3 hours later, you get something that makes your blood run cold. But I'm glad everything is good. Everything is good. No NFL preseason. Is that the truth, huh? Yes, I actually like to call people. I recommend you do that. I recommend that you actually call people. People will be surprised when you do it, and it makes a lot more difference. You have intonation in your voice. Like when I talk to you on camera, all I have is my voice to keep you a little bit interested on these live streams, and that's what we got. This is Red Rock Canyon in the back of me. We used to be able to go out to Bonnie Springs. That's unfortunately gone, and they did it right before in January of last year, right when everything was great, and they sold the land for Bonnie Springs to a developer. And it's like, now it's not even going to be developed for a long, long time. Crazy. I accidentally texted my now ex-husband that I was filing for divorce. Oh no, Tamara. Oh no. SJC is totally awesome. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so the Red Rock Canyon, and depending on the way you see it, those are millions and millions of years old, unless you are not an evolutionist, in which case they're a couple of 100 or 10,000 years old. Either way, I do have a blackjack here. He has not been on the camera for a few days. Here he is. Oh my gosh, I locked him in the room today, so he's just kind of wandering around, wondering why he can't bother that other human for food. Do you like Red Rock Canyon blackjack? Take a look at it. It's a beautiful thing back there. Lots of room. Give me land, lots of land. There you go. Look at him looking at the background, just wondering where are all the critters that I can run to. Blackjack, between you and me, it's just a green screen. I know that you can't see colors, apparently, is what I heard about cats. Okay, the NFL and NFLPA agree no preseason. Why have a preseason? Let's launch into the games and make sure everybody gets really hurt in week 1 instead of the preseason. Better get a better drone. Yeah, Matthew. No, I mean, look, people do nice things. They don't have to do a damn thing. These things sell on AliExpress for about $30. It's good practice because you get to know how to work it. I already had it crash into a tree, and I thought I was going to lose it in a really tall tree. With some very old mature trees on our property here. And I have one, a Mavic Mini. They're like literally just light enough that you can fly it. I'd love to go out to Red Rock, for example, and fly a drone and take some footage and do a blog out there, but that'll come in time. Tomorrow I take the car in, get to figure out what's wrong with it. I've had a check engine light on that car for years, and so now we get to get down to brass tacks. Don't know how much it'll cost. Hey man, stop it. Hey, stop it. What do you think of Red Rock Canyon, Blackjack? It sucks. Okay, I understand. I'm no Terry Fader. Oh my God, Rick Hopper. Thank you, Rick Hopper. You are awesome. When is Vegas opening back up? Vegas is opened. It's not like it's closed. I mean, you can come in and you can gamble. You can do a restaurant. You can't do a show. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. You want to go. You can't do a show right now, but you can do some attractions. You can have a vacation in Vegas. The pools are still open as far as I know. Oh my God. Yeah, we had a blackjack on the stream, and then he has sharp claws. I don't like to cut their claws just in case for some crazy reason they get out, and they have gotten out. Blackjack has walked out, and he's so dumb he just stares there going, now what? And Princess got out, and she was out in the nighttime. It was a scary situation, and she went around the side of our property, and we had to find her, and we found her. Domino got out once, but he walked right back in because he knows what's good for him. Any word on Planet Hollywood? No, I don't have word on Planet Hollywood. Now that the El Dorado Caesars deal is done, that could be one that they divest from their portfolio. It's possible. Maybe that's why they're not opening up. I don't know. But it's a strange situation because the Planet Hollywood is kind of catering to the market that they want, which are younger people which would travel. Going to Vegas from Scottsdale this weekend, not going to the casinos, just visiting a friend. Very cool. Scottsdale is the nice high-income area. I don't know if any galleries or anything are open. I don't imagine anything's open in Arizona. Have they locked down any states? Sure they have. New York locked down. If you go to New York and you come back, you have to sign a customs declaration like you're entering into a different country. But some people would say New York State and the city is like a different world right now, wouldn't they? When Blackjack gets on the air, your ratings go through the roof. Sure they do. Take the car to AutoZone or another auto parts store and get the code. Oh yeah, I know the code. It's just the code can't be fixed by Toyota. The code can't be fixed by anybody. And now for the last week, it hasn't been doing the same thing it was doing, which was a check engine flashing light for 12 seconds and then going off. off when I started up. I don't know why. It just has a mind of its own. How do you like the Flamingo Pool? I've never been there, but I know that it's got a great pool. The landscaping is really nice. It's a popular place. What are your views on the indoor skydiving attraction? Thinking of trying it. I would say go on real skydiving if they're allowing it. I don't know. Indoor skydiving, when we were on the Strip before, it was expensive. And I mean, I don't know. It's anything that involves contact with people. I don't know how well they're sanitizing it. I couldn't tell you to do it or not do it. It's an attraction you could try if they still are running it. I'm wondering if the buffets are open. Louise Rossi says they are. You got the buffet at the Stratosphere, the Bellagio, the Flamingo, the Cosmo, the Mandalay. I'm just kidding. No. Only the Wynn buffet, and it's a restaurant now. 2 hours, all you can eat. And they bring the plates to you with smaller amounts of food. Then you have the Cosmo for brunch, and then you have the South Point. And apparently the Bacchanal is going to be opening in August. Legacy Stadium closes down. So sad. So Legacy Stadium, if you guys don't know, it's at the Palazzo. It was the Jay-Z 40/40 Club until they diversified it. I know that sounds racial. It's not racial. Here's the deal. It catered to a real specific demographic, namely people that knew who Jay-Z were, and that's all people of all different colors of a certain age bracket. And so then Emeril Lagasse bought it out after it failed as Jay-Z's 40/40 Club. Apparently Jay-Z owns one of these 40/40 clubs in New York. I don't know if it's still there. I have no idea. It's not running, I'm sure. And then they made it Legacy Stadium, so you could watch sports and eat food, and it's they called it diversified. I'm surprised nobody took the author of that article to task and accused them of racism. But they diversified it because Emeril Lagasse is just like everybody knows Emeril, and it hits their core demographics of people who are between 35 to 60 who know who that is because they watch the Food Channel. And it was kind of successful, and it was popular, and now it's gone forever. Also, Gordon Ramsay's Fish and Chips over at The Link is gone, which is a real pain for me because I never got to try that place. I did that thing, Someday Isle. I went to Someday Island. You ever go to Someday Island? Someday I'll go to Gordon Ramsay's. Someday I'll go to the top of the Stratosphere. I've been to the Stratosphere. Someday I'll go to this. That goes when you go to Someday Isle, which means nothing happens for you. We saw Emeril when they opened up the Palazzo. He had a restaurant in there, and it was cool. He was in the back. We saw Emeril Lagasse. I know it'll surprise many, but I plan to visit next week and see for myself on the vibe. Just come on the weekends, bodyguard. You'll have a good time. Woo, Shujak. I can't read. Shujak Shine, thank you so much. My goodness, are buffets being made illegal by regulators? Yes, they are, in a way. You can't have self-service food anywhere. So if there was like a Whole Foods market, you can't have self-service food. If you went to a gas station and bought a hot dog, you can't put your own condiments on it. So they have to get it for you and give it to you, which causes some issues because some of the gas stations won't even allow you to grab cups for the fountains anymore. So you got to stand in line, buy your cup, then you can leave, hopefully. Or they do it the opposite way, which is where you stand in line and get your cup, stand in line again and pay. People don't think. Hopefully jumping off the Strat in 2 weeks. Hope they're still doing it. That would be fun, Richard. Take a video. You got to use their GoPro. You got to rent their GoPro. What did CH say? If you're in Vegas, if you want to buy something, you better try it. It won't be there next time. Oh, negativity. We don't know if that's true, CH. I can see why that was removed. We don't know. You don't know. The governor doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. All I know is that you can go to Red Rock Canyon. That's right behind me. Welcome to 2020. We'll be there Saturday night. Hope to see you again. Yeah, I'm not going out to the Strip until we have 5 consistent days of a drop of cases. And when we do that, that's fine. I'll wear my face mask. My wife makes the face masks, as you guys might know from vegasfacemask.com. There's like 50 different varieties of fabrics on there. I don't know if this is still available, but we have so many different types. This will look weird on the green screen, but it's fish. It's fish. We have all sorts of them. I got football. I got gambling-themed cats, horses, your Route 66. We got 50 different types. So if you guys need a face mask, head on over to vegasfacemask.com. No S on the end. Please pay on the page with PayPal so I don't have to invoice you and then remind you like you don't know what's going. Cha-cha-cha changes. Yes, you rock and rollers. And Martin D is quoting David Bowie. Steven, are those helicopter tours of Grand Canyon safe? No. I mean, it's as safe as getting into an EchoStar 130, EC 130 helicopter can be. There's Sundance helicopter, there's Maverick helicopter, there's Papillon helicopters. There's a couple of smaller ones that I don't think are running right now. But, Sundance has had problems and accidents, and Papillon has had problems and accidents. And you can just type in Grand Canyon, Vegas, Grand Canyon helicopter crash into your Google machine, and it'll tell you the last time it looks like was February 3rd, 3 killed in Grand Canyon helicopter crash. And then they did, so there you go, Grand Canyon, autopsy says explosion did it. So these things have problems. It's a complex machine, and it's only as good as the company that's running it. But even then, look at what happened to Kobe Bryant. I mean, it sucks, man. Things happen. But they never run those helicopters out here with bad weather, just so you know. So if you're coming in the wintertime, that's your biggest risk, to have a helicopter tour that doesn't go out. So if you come here in the summertime, book your tour earlier in the morning. You might not get the sunset tour coming back, but we only have weather in the afternoons in the summertime. In the wintertime, there's likely to be snow in the Grand Canyon. It will be a cold place if you decide to land and do the Native American lunch that they do on the bottom with the walleye. But if you want to just get a cheaper experience and a longer day, you can always drive your own vehicle out to the west rim of the Grand Canyon, because that's where the walleye are, and that was where the Grand Canyon helicopters from Vegas go. And I've told people before, you can go up the Link High Roller, you can go up the Stratosphere. The tours that are helicopter tours over the Strip, not worth it. You get like 7 minutes of fly time. It costs you over $100. The experience is probably not one you want to do, so bank your money. It's real popular is for people from Australia, New Zealand, and England. They love those helicopter tours. Americans, they take it for granted. They go, we're here. We got the Grand Canyon in our backyard. Maybe next time. When I sold Grand Canyon tours, they would come up to you, and you knew it was an American, because you can start to tell, other than Canadians, kind of, sort of, you can tell, but Americans you can definitely tell from British and Scottish and Australian and all that. And you knew when they were coming up that 9/10 of the time they were not planning on actually buying anything. They just wanted to know the price and look at the nice pictures. So you're just as nice to everybody, because everybody's a potential client. And but you learn real fast not to be let down, not to be let down when people don't actually go for it. All right, thanks for the shipping the masks today. Howard, they were printed. The shipping was printed. That means that she's working on them, so you have them in a bit. Go to the chopper, yes. I've done the Grand Canyon in March. It was a bit chilly on top, but nice. Way down the canyon, it was hot even in March. Yeah, they have different climates in the Grand Canyon, microclimates. Whoa, Mr. Classic TV 1980 is here. Long time no see with the Punky Power. We drove to the Grand Canyon. Thank him 332 times. We drove to the Grand Canyon from Vegas. It took forever to get there and come back. If you go to the West Rim, it's about an hour and 45 minutes each way. If you go to the South Rim, it's about 4 hours each way, but the South Rim is the better one to go to. So, yes. Okay. So, Howard, you are in process. You got an actual delivery date. Very nice. I had an aunt die in a Grand Canyon helicopter crash. I'm sorry, the carnophage. Phage. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. My prayers go out to your family. We Love Slot Machines is here. Love the buds. Keep it up, Steve. The buds. I don't know what that is, but okay. Are you from North York, Ontario? No, I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, but I lived in Niagara Falls, Canada, but I've never lived in Toronto. Toronto, as they say. Vaccine by October would be great. Love Vegas on Halloween. Yeah, the kids are going to lose Halloween this year, it looks like, if we don't have something going on. Okay, that's a cemetery. Those are actually Joshua trees, and that is the beautiful Red Rock Canyon in my background. I never finished a story with Jack. I sure did. I told you I didn't get 86th off of the property, and I don't know if Jack passed away or not. He was boosting. You guys don't know the term boosting. You and Richard Wilk need to do an LS soon. It would be great. You guys are friends now. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to refilm what I do have with Richard. It's actually on this SD card right here, and I didn't like the audio mix at all. So we're going to refilm everything, which would be nice. Steven saw that Vegas had a place where you could play Edgar G. Robinson or John Dillinger and fire a machine gun. I don't know if those things are running right now. There's a couple of shooting ranges and stuff. There's like Battlefield Vegas, and then there's the Range 702. Those have got real popular. It's so funny, right? Because you get all these people from all over the world from different states where firearms are banned, or from Canada where you're not allowed to really own or keep, or from the UK, and they all want to fire a bad-ass gun. Isn't that hilarious, right? You come to America, decry the violence, then you want to fire them. I went to the Grand Canyon in December. It was cold. It'll snow in the Grand Canyon. I'm telling you, don't book your trips in the winter time and plan on doing the Grand Canyon. Once you get to Arizona, all bets are off. You might have a snowstorm that cancels your trip. I wrote buds where I meant vids. Okay, fair enough. Any chance of making a Terminator smile mask? I'd need to have the fabric and material, and good luck on all that. That would be cool, CJ's daddy. That would be some nice stuff. You have a gun in Canada to go hunting. Just a license is required. Yes, Joseph, but what I'm saying is over here, like for example, here in Nevada, there's an open carry law, which means that you can actually just holster a gun on your shoulder in a bandolier or whatever it's called and walk down the street. Nobody's going to say anything to you. Hi, Stephen. I hope all is well with you and your wife. Red Rock Canyon is such a beautiful area. We also have driven to the South Rim. Both are awesome, Susan says. Thank you, Susan, up there in Canada, missing Vegas, I'm sure. Portland is barely standing. Oh, yeah. Portland is a mess right now, isn't it? I'm not laughing at Portland. I'm just saying they stormed a federal courthouse or something in Portland. I remember that story where a 6-year-old fired an Uzi and everyone got sprayed. I don't know about that, Ross B. The thing about it is that I'm not going to get into it because it's political and nobody here wants to hear it. But put it this way. If you walk into a convenience store in Las Vegas, Nevada, and a bad guy walks into a convenience store with a weapon, you don't know who's going to pull first. So the bad guys, they might think twice about walking into a convenience store when there's a legally licensed firearm behind the counter where they can defend themselves. I guess that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Originally from Oregon, now in Vegas. It's sad what's happening there. It is, man. People from Oregon are really nice. I have a friend who was originally born in Baker City, Oregon. Super nice guy. And I'm sure he's looking at it going, dude, I want my state back. But he's been in Vegas for a long time. Joseph says, I look Canadian. Do I sound Canadian, Joseph? I don't know what to tell you about that. I'm okay. It's with going to the Grand Canyon when there's snow. I went to Banff, as we used to call it, Canada, this past winter. Yeah, I mean, but the thing about it going there when it's snow is that if it's not a nice crystal clear day, you don't see anything. Same with Banff, Canada. But at least at Banff, Canada, you can go skiing at Lake Louise. There's no skiing in the Grand Canyon. I guess you could technically ski in the Grand Canyon. What did Bodyguard say that was so bad? He said open carry is a poor choice. We don't have to delete Bodyguard for having that opinion. That's an okay opinion to have. Not everybody's going to agree, but we don't want to censor people too crazy. Just here's the thing, moderators. Keep this in mind. No anti-Semitism. Okay, I have some good friends who are Jewish, and they're super nice people. No racism. I have some good friends that aren't white. Like my wife, she's not white. They're good people. No anti-LGBTQ, whatever it is called nowadays. I can't keep up because they have their pronouns. Because I have some friends, and especially in the Philippines, who are nice people. And no misogyny because women are good people too. That's really it. I don't care. Other than that, you don't think open carry is good? Good on you, man. That's okay. You can move to somewhere where they don't have it, and that's cool for you. And it's not cool for the next guy. What's new, Steven? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What's new, Stephen J? I'm singing Tom Jones. Hi, all. Steven back from vacation. Steve Miller is in the house. Very nice. My friends are Jews too, Joseph says. Oh, that's cool. Hi, all. Steven back from vacation. And Darren Rugg has a seizure on his keyboard. He says, mid-90s I can handle. I can't wait till the third week of September. Yes, it was hot. I mean, it's dark out right now, and it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Get the heck out. Have you ever eaten dinner at the top of the CN Tower in Toronto? I've not. I've been up there. We ate dinner at the original Hard Rock Cafe in downtown Toronto. I hope it's still open. Not the one at the Sky Dome, which I called it when I was a kid. Now I guess it's called the Rogers Center. Everything's called Rogers in Canada nowadays. Talking about Richard Wilk, are you going to interview the couple that are here from Canada staying at the D? Probably not, Melanie. I don't have any plans to go down there anytime soon. But Rich Leggett and Richard McClanahan are in the chat. No Richard Wilk tonight. I worked there years ago. Very cool, Joseph. Very nice. Talking about, okay, give it up for the Diegos. San Diego. I don't know of any other Diegos. Give it up for the Diegos, everybody. They're good people. Mid-2000s was the best. Wish we could rewind time. Stephen, are there also off-strip Vegas shows? We've seen some really cool shows by Harmon. Harmon. Trying to think of what's on Harmon. I mean, Harmon only goes down to Paradise. The Smith Center for Performing Arts is a Broadway caliber theater that they built. It's down at Symphony Park. And I went down there and I posted some photos up on my Patreon. If you guys want to take a look, you got to be on a certain tier for Patreon. I did it the night that I had an anxiety attack on Fremont Street because it was just way too busy with too many people and no masks. And there's masks now, I'm sure, because the governor says we have to have masks. I wish that Steve Sisolak would hold his stuff like, I wish he would. So you guys want to hear Steve Sisolak or Arnold Schwarzenegger stepping in for Steve Sisolak doing a press conference in Nevada about masks? That's a scenario. We could do Arnold Schwarzenegger holding a press conference in place of Steve Sisolak talking about masks. I guess if you want to hear that, though, I need a lot more likes. Like, I need to get to 300 likes on the stream. Steven, have you ate at the Hell's Kitchen yet? Thoughts? Is it worth it? Not yet. I have somebody who hooked me up with a gift card for Hell's Kitchen, but we're waiting until things go a few more months so we can get back to normal and actually get a decent reservation and have, like, a full-on menu and maybe go on a Sunday during the day, but they're not open during the day. But I know Hell's Kitchen is good quality. I mean, Gordon Ramsay doesn't do anything halfway. He hires great chefs to run his restaurants. Yes, Terminator ordered mandates masks, 300 likes. You're never going to get it, Ace. You're never going to get it. No, you're never going to get it. What will happen to the Drew? I imagine Steve Wynn buys the property next to it and builds a giant thing where the basketball arena was going to go and buys the Drew and calls it the Steve. That would be cool. Oh, David Jacobson says I'm cool. Well, my mom says I'm cool too, so you and my mom are in the same boat. Yeah, if you guys jack me up to 300 likes, I will do what it would sound like if Arnold Schwarzenegger would do a press conference talking about masks in place of Steve Sisolak. There are way too many aspects to that. That's why I don't think I'm going to get to 300, so I'm okay. Is Pampas open at Planet Hollywood? They are, Rick. It's not the same Pampas. Of course, they're bringing you the cold-plated food. That's their salad bar in the back. But they were already bringing you stuff to begin with. Pampas is, by the way, probably not the best steakhouse out there. There's a Texas de Brazil or a Tejas de Brazil. And I think there's also Fago de Chao or Charo. Fago de Charo, Cuchi Cuchi. You know, you get the reference. Some of you do. Remember the BBC travel segment with the theater having plants as their audience? Yes, that was Bizarro World. What kind of, why? I didn't even watch the whole thing. I gotta be honest. I just watched my segment on repeat over and over and over. We don't have 300 likes yet. I can't do Arnold. Sorry. A lot of people on the Hell's Kitchen TV show never get served. Or it takes forever. The food is wrong and Gordon Ramsay goes nuts. Yes, but that's because it's a TV show. You know, he's in a profitable business in Las Vegas. Everybody gonna get served. Everybody going to get their foods. Oh, speaking of getting served, I got a call from somebody at 6:54 this morning. It said that my social security number had been revoked and there was a court action against me. And I'm thinking, who calls me at 6:55 in the morning? And it was one of those, the voicemail. It sounded like a foreign person to say, like, I don't think I have much of an accent from Canada anymore, but it sounded like somebody from overseas trying really hard to sound Americanized. And you could just hear it at the end of their words sometimes, you know, like somebody from South Africa would sound possibly. Is that a good South Africa accent? I don't even know. You got to sound like Elon Musk. Hey, Steve, you don't say, all you can eat all the time. Oh. See, look at that, Bob Corin. I pronounced it all you can eat. Because it's ace, all you can eat, all you eat. Stardust should have never been. Yes, Destroyer J. Yes, Stardust should have been torn down. I know everybody has fuzzy fond member berries about all these old properties, but oh my God, just walk through them. Walk through the valleys sometime. It's just not a very well formatted property. It's an old way of building it with pillars everywhere. And the Stardust was a labyrinth inside in a lot of places. Scam call. Of course it was a scam call. I know, I understand. I know the difference between a real debt collector and those guys. Steven, in a video a while ago, you mentioned something about keeping your ABC store receipts, but you never finished telling us. So yeah. So if you're here and you spend like $500 at the ABC store, they give you a free calendar or a coffee mug or something. It's kind of ridiculous because you only have 14 days to do it. Now I'm asking myself, who's spending $500 in 14 days? Nobody, that's who. I got the same call this morning, Barbecue Mary. Very nice. 96 here in Cincinnati, but I bet you it's humid as hell in Cincinnati, Ohio. It wasn't a bot call unless it was a really smart one. We get them at work. I very seldom have to answer the phone, but sometimes you get it. Sounds like they're in an office, but you know it's not a human being. Bali isn't easy on the eyes. Yes, is Ellis Island open? I believe so. Most reality TV shows are scripted to a point to add drama. Very scripted. Is In-N-Out Burgers worth it, or am I going to leave saying it's okay? Oh no, In-N-Out is a great burger. It's fantastic. Nothing is pre-cooked. Everything is done on demand. Their fries are cut right at the store. Everything is great. We get the #1 combo with fries lightly well done and a Neapolitan shake. I didn't even know the Neapolitan shake existed till I saw it on a YouTube channel. That's where they put strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate all in the same thing. It's really good. Stardust may have been set up bad, but it was making money on the north part of the strip. Is a wasteland. But it would still be a wasteland, CH. That's the thing. It would still be a wasteland even if it was there. Because just because something's profitable, I mean, the Resorts World is going to be a beautiful property as well. But people are not going to go to the north end of the strip because all the support structure is not there, okay? The Riviera is now gone. Westward Ho was turned into a McDonald's. The Circus isn't exactly where you gotta go while you're in Las Vegas. And so, yeah, Stardust would still be in a wasteland situation. It was paid for, but the land value was a lot more for Boyd Gaming, and then they almost went bankrupt and sold it out to Genting. I say Genting. I don't know if it's Genting or Genting. I'm not a fan of animal fries, Dell. I'm glad you are, but they have a whole secret menu. You might want to look up a YouTube video before you go there about what the secret menu items are at In-N-Out Burger. It's worth looking. Let's see here. In-N-Out is really good except for the sauce, which tastes like melted strawberry ice cream. It's just Thousand Island dressing. That's all it is. That's all the sauce almost ever is. Even Big Mac sauce, I think, is just Thousand Island dressing. And I thought you were a White Castle fan. I think White Castle is okay. I just don't see the big draw. They're all right. Greetings from Portland, Oregon. Just booked my flight today for September. Love Vegas. Can't wait to be back for the 5th time this year. Whoa, Alberto, you are a Vegas veteran. Man, that is good. Genting is a metal term. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You can't kill the metal. That's what Tenacious D once said. Animal fries are not my bag, baby. But, Five Guys Rick's or Five Guys Rocks, Howard says. Those properties ever get finished due to the economic condition? Doubtful. Well, I mean, yeah, Resorts World is going to be finished for sure. In Hawaii, ABC, $100 in receipts. Is it 100? I thought it was 500 here. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm still not saving them. Steven, why is it in designer restaurants, the more you spend on food, the less they put on your plate? You seriously asking me that? It's an implied cost thing. You guys want to hear about why it is that in designer restaurants you pay for very little and you pay a lot? I can tell you, Harvey's is still a beautiful thing. I love Harvey's. It's like the Subway of burgers, don't you know? So, yeah, no, when you're in a high-end restaurant, they're not going to serve you copious amounts of food because that would imply that the food was cheap. And the food is cheap, but they, as a psychological thing, give you less food so you think that you're getting a better value. So when you spend several $100s on a high-end meal, you don't go out of there thinking anything other than what you had was exclusive. And Jimmy B, sure, you pay for the service, but you don't think that those people serving you at a high-end restaurant are making more than minimum wage, do you? No, certainly not. That's why you need to tip well. Hey, Steve, left you a message. Like to meet you between 7. Hey, Steve, left you a message. Like to meet you between 7. I will be in Vegas. I will see if I'm on the... Again, I need to see whether or not everything goes down. And 5 days in a row, our numbers trend downwards. I'm going to go out to the strip because I know that people are doing their jobs. If it doesn't, I don't know. The keg. God, man, you guys with the keg up in Canada. Swiss Chalet is the best, I'll have you know, Johnny Blazo. I've only eaten there once, and I got a Toblerone, and it was beautiful. Is it Toblerone or Toblerone? It's French. It's Swiss. I paid the same day on a PayPal. I donated on PayPal. Have a great night. Thank you, Renee. I know you did. Renee was a super rock star, way more than I'll ever mention. Will you do a mukbang? Oh, God, you guys don't know what a mukbang is. That's where people from Korea have this weird culture in their streaming. It's not a YouTube thing, but it's on YouTube. How many cases today? 900 with 28 deaths. Too many deaths today. Most deaths ever in Nevada. Mukbang is where they eat a large portion, like the entire table in front of me worth of food. And it's always some little 95-pound, 4 foot 5 inch tall Asian girl. And I read about the psychology behind this. See, in Korea, people feel very disconnected for some reason. It's their culture, and so they feel like they're eating with a friend. It's very strange. It's very strange. I could do a mukbang of ice cream. I would just go to Albertsons and get all of the ice creams and just eat all of them. When I was working in Lake Tahoe, my boss said, "Hey, you want to do a Cinnabon contest?" And I said, "What's a Cinnabon contest?" He goes, "We each get 3 dozen large Cinnabons." I said, "Okay, that doesn't sound good already." And he goes, "And then we get a gallon of milk." I said, "I don't like where this is going." And he says, "And then we eat a Cinnabon and then drink the milk in a glass, and then we keep going. And then somebody throws up." And I said, "What? What?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, who wins?" And he goes, "The guy who throws up, because he doesn't have to eat anymore." He was from Jersey. That guy was weird, man. Not Jersey, the island in the ocean. There's an island called Jersey. You probably don't know that. I have a hard time seeing people scarf down food like that. Yeah, Darren, it's weird, man. And then you can hear the chewing, and I'm like, I'm not a fan of watching people eat on camera. That's probably why I haven't done a food thing yet. I watch, man, All You Can Eat Vegas. Derek's a nice guy, super cool dude, but he's just eating. I don't know. People love to watch people eat, though. Bless you and your wife. Can't wait to get my masks. Thank you, Melanie. Guys, thank her 472 times. Facto Vegas success is a ripple effect. I mean, I know 4 people that have recently canceled their trips in September. An Uber driver. That's what they call Uber in France. You know, in France, Uber isn't called Uber. No, there's no word for Uber. It's called Ube. That's from Pulp Fiction. An Ube driver, uncle from Riverside, mom from Wilmington, and a buddy from Raleigh. So I'm sorry to hear that, man. It is a ripple effect. And that's why I put Vegas Doomers on here to see if more people would show up. And they didn't. And so I'm really happy to see the audience can't be clickbaited. Dirk is awesome, but somehow fails at eating. How do you fail at eating? I'm a really good eater to the point where my clothes don't fit me anymore. Do you ship masks to Canada for a fee? The shipping is very expensive, man. I'd have to spend like $20 just to ship them. Sucks. I gotta go to the post office. Blah. Riviera was a fun place to gamble and play since pinball and was always. Everybody remembers the pinball at the Riv. Here's the thing: the pinball at the Riv wasn't even there most of the time. Wasn't even. It's just when the Pinball Hall of Fame was like, "Hey, would you like some pinball machines? We'll rent the space," and then they made a bunch of money off of them. And I do like that. Mark Rofton is an Ube driver. Oh my God! When you eat sherbet or sorbet. One is classier than the other. Ube is delicious. CJ's daddy. I love me some ube ice cream. Ube is a type of yam from Southeast Asia. It's purple. Love them, pure class. The masks are gorgeous. I have to send Wall Street Warlord some masks. I don't have his shipping address. I'll have to take care of that. Yeah, we got the masks. I'm going to mask up. We got these type. Now, this was our beta prototype. Beta mask with the ear snaps on the thing, and I don't like them very much because my ears, they're not good. Plus these get gross and dirty. Oh my God, how's Vegas doing today, Daniel? It's doing fine. It's sick and tired of you telling everybody, not you, Daniel. It's sick and tired of people telling everybody it's going out of style. It's not. What do I think of Pahrump? I think Pahrump is a nice little, what do they call that? Something community. It's a nice little satellite community to Las Vegas. It's got a winery in Pahrump. Now people are going to start talking about the working girls, the ranches. That's not what this channel is all about, so don't even do it. But yeah, Pahrum's nice. It gets snowy in the wintertime. It's a little cooler because it's higher up in elevations. Remember the coin machines that push the coins forward until they fall off the edge? Love that game. They still have it on cruise ships and Dave & Buster's. You can get them if you go to any of the movie theaters in Vegas. They generally have those little arcades where you get tickets for stuff. They don't do quarters. They do the tokens. How are the locals casinos doing? They don't rely on tourists, but I imagine the locals are still staying at home. Any news on them? I mean, yeah, I think it was Boyd. Boyd is saying they're going to lay off a bunch of people. Station Casinos hasn't opened up the Palms, but I have a conspiracy theory on that. I'll make into a video, Insidious, to tease you that way. But yeah, so yeah, they're not doing well. Nobody's doing well out here. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Excuse me, Steve, do you have my Grey Poupon? Excuse me, pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Yes, the classy, the rich eat Grey Poupon. I have Grey Poupon in my thing. I'm not rich. I bought it at Vitacost for $1. You should make some of those face masks that go around your neck and pull over your face. I think they are called face shields. Yeah, Maybe in the wintertime, possibly. It's incredibly hot. Okerlund, thank you so much, Okerlund. Guys, thank you, Okerlund, 476 times. Need a Dave & Buster's in Vegas. Got one in Hollywood. Yeah, there's one at downtown Summerlin. Jessica Crawford, 420, Flutter Shy Jack. That's a mouthful. You have to type that in every time you log in somewhere. Yeah, there's a Dave & Buster's in downtown Summerlin. I covered it on a live stream once. I didn't go in there. It's just like, oh, look, a Dave & Buster's. Finally, people can stop complaining. The Golden Nugget in Carson City is really cheap, and it was always lit. Carson City has a Golden Nugget? Are you sure you don't mean Laughlin? Carson City doesn't have any gaming as far as I remember, but I'm going to look. Let's be honest, I've only been to Carson City about half a dozen times in my life, and I didn't see any gaming. I remember there's a Joanne Fabrics and that beautiful state legislature. We got the prettiest one probably anywhere. Beautiful. Steven, is it still true that everything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? No. Now what happens in Vegas goes home and infects about 500 people across the country. That was not a joke. Dead serious. What happens here probably goes home with you, and you spread it. And I got to give credit to the Canadians, but they have an autocratic society where the king leader, the alpha and the omega, Justin Trudeau, can snap his fingers and make things happen across the country. So you know how it is. Coin pushers are at the arcade in Circus Circus 2, but only pay out tickets. Well, they've switched completely over now from coins at Circus Circus to cards. So you can't even. One is doing a mass furlough tomorrow at 9. Ooh, Patty, really? I'm not surprised. You go down and you see the Wynn, and the Wynn is not lit like it should be. Stephen, have you, what I mean is you can't see a lot of people staying at the hotel. Have you been to Laughlin? Do you have their favorite properties? Yeah, I went to Laughlin on a live stream. We used to like the Colorado Belle because I just like that kind of old riverboat thing, but that's closed now. And Laughlin also has Don Laughlin's, but I hear the cars down there are destroyed, so it's sad to see them because they didn't put UV coatings on the windows. There's a car museum at the Don Laughlin's resort. Lots of old Studebakers. There's also a DeLorean, and somebody told me that on the side that faces the street, they're all destroyed from the UV lights. And it's sad that they couldn't even install a glass with the UV coating. Can you make a video of what you see in Vegas being in August? I mean, it's all speculation, Golden State. It's all speculatory. I mean, where do I see it in August? Plodding along. I'll try to do that without being incredibly negative. Martin D, as you got to insult the president when you say Trump Hotel. Trump's a nice hotel here in Vegas. It doesn't really matter what your idea of the guy was, but he has nice property here in Vegas. Generally speaking, nobody complains when they stay there. Bruce Pobans, thank you, Bruce. Lorna Genix, love your wife's masks. Don't leave the house without one on. I wear mine. It's a fashion statement. I really need to watch this one, though, and get a new one. When is Vegas opening back up? It never closed since June 4th. So why are Canadians handling this crisis so much better than we Americans? Oh, what a loaded question. Do you guys want me to answer that question? Whoa, Paul. Man, you're far out sitting at the desert. Those red rocks look cool. I know, right? And it's amazing. I shifted time around, and even though it's dark in most parts of Vegas, it's light. You guys really want to know why I think Canada's handling things better than the United States? Do you really want to know? Do you really, really want to know? I don't think Canada's handling things better than the United States at all. I don't think they are. I think that we're just testing way more people in this country. I think it was a knee-jerk reaction response, like when the doctor he says, I'm going to test your reflexes, and he taps you on the right part of your knee and the tendon, and you go, kick. I think we had a knee-jerk reaction. I think when Mike Pence erroneously told people we'd have 1 million tests by this date, and then they missed the testing date, I think that the reaction was to make so many tests with private industry, which Canada couldn't have done. I mean, they have pharmaceutical industry in Canada, but not like here. They don't have private industry like here that can build the tests. I think Canada also has a population that's a lot less densely populated. I mean, look at the population centers, okay? I'm going to type in top metropolitan by population. I'm going to read you guys some things, okay? Because if you're not from Canada, this doesn't even matter to you. And I'm not offended if you don't know anything about Canada. North America. And so I'm going to give you some stats right now. So the number one most populated metropolitan area in the entire continent of North America is Mexico City, followed by New York, Los Angeles, both two cities that had a big problem. Chicago, big problem. Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston. Number 7 is Toronto, Washington, Philly, Miami, Atlanta, Guadalajara, Boston, San Fran, Phoenix, Inland Empire, Monterrey, Mexico, Detroit. At number 19 is Montreal. Seattle, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, I didn't even know that. Minneapolis, San Diego, Tampa, Mexico City, Puebla, Denver, St. Louis, Baltimore, Guatemala City. I didn't even know that was in North America. Jeez. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, Vancouver, Canada, 31st. Charlotte, Portland, Orlando, San Antonio, Pittsburgh, Sacramento, San Juan, Cincinnati, Havana, okay, Toluca, Las Vegas is 42nd on that list. Cleveland, Columbus, Austin, Indianapolis, San Jose, Panama City, and TJ. Out of a list of 50, I see 3 Canadian cities. So you can't really compare what's happening in the United States to what's happening in Canada because of those places. The Canadians are living in much, much smaller population centers, and they have much less population, nearly tenfold less. So I give credit to them for what they did. And if you're not an essential or you can't work, you get $2,000 a month basically until the end of the year. That's how they spent their stimulus money. We spent it in different ways, but I don't think they're handling it much better. I just think that they have the ability to have less tests done, and I just think, I don't know, there's something wrong about our numbers in this country, guys. Just because I'm currently winning in Vegas, donating more for good luck. Hope you're doing good. Thank you, Jerry101. Getting to know Jerry101. Jerry 201, 202. That's when you really get to know Jerry. And then you get your master's, your BA, your bachelor's of arts in Jerry. Thank you guys so much. So that's what I'm saying. You know, the whole country of Canada had 500 cases that day, and California had 9,000. Yes, California had 9,000. You're right. There's also 40 million people in California and 30 million people in Canada. And again, when you're way out in the middle of nowhere, you're not getting anything. That's what's going to go on in a place like Canada, where there's some sparsely populated places, man. So I love my fellow Canadians. I love that the way it works in Canada is they have laws that cover the whole country. It's good in a time like this, and it's bad in other times, because if you don't like the law that the Prime Minister drafts for the country, you can't exactly say, well, at least I'm in Alberta or British Columbia where that law doesn't apply to me, because they apply to everybody. Okay, so numbers, 29,000 cases in the city of Montreal. That's a lot of cases, but I wonder what the testing was like. Again, my cat wants to leave. Blackjack wants to go, but he is scratching on the door. Steven, will those cactuses and succulents be in your virtual background grow here in New York? Absolutely, some of them. If you have succulents that you bring from Nevada, you make a clipping. You guys know I got to let this cat out. Come here. You hate me. I got to let the cat out. Excuse me. I hate to do this to you. I'm going to walk off camera for half a sec. All right, let's go. I know. Do you want to leave? Do you want to go? Okay, you better go. Go do your thing. The cat box is out there. I don't want to keep you in here too long. Go. All right, hopefully you guys could hear how serious and dire that situation was. What an unprofessional broadcaster. I'm not a broadcaster. I'm a guy with a mic and a camera and a janky old computer. Anyways, yes, your succulents would grow. If you ever want to get a succulent, you can clip a little leaf off of it. Just break it at where it attaches to the stem, and then you can just let it sit in the sunlight. And eventually, the end calluses, just like a cut on your hand would, and it gets hard. And then you just place it on some dirt and mist it, and you'll see little tendrils grow into the dirt. They are amazing things. Whoa, Uncle Buck! Good job letting the cat out. Geez, I would let the cat out every night for you, Uncle Buck. I don't even know what that means. I'm getting myself into trouble. Don't tell my wife I said that, please. Guys, thank you so much. Yes, as we were talking about, I wanted to rename this Vegas Doomers and put up something crazy on the title card just to see if people will come in. I'm going to change the name afterwards. Anyone in the chat had the virus, and how was it for you? We're pretty sure my boss has it because, his test hasn't come back yet. I might have had it. I just never got tested. But then my wife never got sick. And other people I know that I'm in close contact and never did. So I don't know. Thank you, Uncle Buck. That's awesome. I'm terrible at growing plants in the desert. I seem to be using the wrong soil. And when it's not the soil, it's overwatering or underwatering. If you're in Las Vegas or anywhere with a desert, go to Star Nursery or Moon Valley Nursery. Ask them. They're very smart people. I love Red Rocks, almost as beautiful as Moab. Oh, it's better because you don't have to drive all the way to Utah. Not to say Utah is bad, but it's quite the drive, and it's very hot in Moab. Holy cow, Arches National Park is where you should go. Most people don't go to Arches. It's on the Utah license plates. Totally worth checking out, but it's also very hot there too. I actually got my mother passed out. There's this place somewhere in either Utah or Colorado where there's a corner store that's built into the side of a mountain, like it's inside of a cave, and it's pretty cool. And she passed out from heat exhaustion there when I was a kid. It was pretty scary, man. I didn't want to see my mom like that. Okay, so yeah, if you're gardening, you're trying to grow cactuses, keep them out of direct sunlight, and just ask at the nursery. They're going to know what's going on. Room service, is there still room service at hotels? Yeah, there is room service at the hotels. They're doing a little bit differently. A lot of them are just pre-wrapping as much as they possibly can. What the heck is a spork? Yes, what good is a spork? That's the spoon fork thing from KFC, by the way. Moab is very hot. Arches is awesome. People don't go to Arches National Park, but they really should before those arches erode away into the time and get lost and are just a figment of our imagination and YouTube videos. Let's see here. What are the table minimums on the strip for craps? $25 in Michigan. I'm pretty sure there's lower priced tables. Anybody here been to Vegas lately? You want to actually chime off on that? That would be good. 108 degrees today in Spring Valley. Yes, but it's still not as hot as it could be. We didn't approach 117 yet this year. Steven, have you ever gone dinosaur fossil hunting in the surrounding mountains? No, I actually went somewhere way better. I love Nevada. It's great. But we went to Drumheller, Alberta, which is where the Royal Tyrrell Museum is. And actually, when the movie Jurassic Park tapped the Royal Tyrrell Museum for research when they did Jurassic Park, it's in the Badlands in southern Alberta. And the Badlands look a lot like what's behind me, but the difference is it snows there in the wintertime and it's incredibly cold. And where do rattlesnakes go during the winter? I have no idea because there's rattlesnakes out there. There's probably rattlesnakes out here, but I have never seen one. Doc said the bacteria infection, sick for 3 weeks. Oh, sorry about that, Mark. Any more buffets opening up? Yes, apparently the Bacchanal buffet will open, and I figure once they open, everybody else will have to open too. Steven, do you like pickup trucks? Kevin, well, I want to drive that Tesla truck. That looks cool. Even though I hated the look of it, I love all the features on it. But let's be honest here. I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a big time earning YouTuber. Hey, listen, buddy. I ain't no Brian Christopher Slots, okay? I don't have $20 for you to borrow. But yeah, the Ford F-150 is like the most popular vehicle in America, I think. That and I think the Toyota Corolla. Those are the two. But I do like pickup trucks. I mean, I would get one with an extended cab on the back and, room for you to put stuff. Whatever I do, I'll keep something that I can throw crap inside and not destroy it. I'm never going to probably drive a car. Well, let's be honest here. If somebody said, hey, Steven, here's a car, I'd probably take it at this point because we need a second vehicle really badly. But I'm not in a position to buy anything. We're trying to fix the credit up. Steven, are you still doing the timeshare body snatching? I used to be an agent touring the guests. No, Slot, I'm not doing that. I work for my, I'm not going to tell you the name. Some of you guys already know. Don't put it in the chat, please, because I'll have to delete it. I work for A Magazine here in Las Vegas, and we're actually the largest one in Nevada, and I'm their director of sales and marketing. So, yeah, I get to sell magazine ads to companies that want to argue with me. They want to put up the, what they call that, they want to rebut that they don't have money. That's fun. Can you get free drinks while you're gambling? Junkman says, yes, of course you can. Of course, you just got to gamble. Don't just sit on the machine and press the button and pretend, because they know. Oyster Bar at Pal Station is the best. We used to like Big Al's over at the Orleans. That was a good one, too. I wouldn't go to Oyster Bay inside of the Miracle Mile. The wife had some oysters, did not like them. She is good at oysters. She likes the one with the water and the liquid, and hers were dry. Have you been back to the Golden Steer? Never gone to the Golden Steer. I'd love to. That's over on Sahara, right across from the Sahara Hotel. And it's one of those iconic places right by the Lucky Dragon, which is not very lucky because it's now called the Ahern, and I don't even think it's open right now. Why is the Mirage still closed when other lesser hotels are open? That's a good question. I heard some stuff, but I can't say it because I'd probably be sued. So let's not talk about the Mirage. I heard they're remodeling and doing some remodeling, but I heard there's other things. Steven, do you see a time in Vegas where hotels will be rated in terms of cleanliness? I don't think so. I think that's too unless we had some kind of universal standard, like the MPAA, the Motion Picture Association of America, says that if you say the F word more than this many times, you're rated R or you're rated PG-13. Unless you had some kind of a scale to rate against, it would be crazy. Stephen, would you ever consider moving back to Canada for an amazing job offer? Douglas says, it would have to be a pretty amazing job offer, Douglas, and it would have to allot me the opportunity to come back to Las Vegas every couple of weeks to continue on my channel because I love this place and I'm planning on buying a home here and putting down real roots, even though I've been here for 16 years. I don't plan on ever really leaving this place. And, no, probably not. I don't know, man. Nobody's going to offer me an amazing job, by the way. I mean, honestly, I have no education, and I just got me and my brain, and I'm quick on my feet with the words, and I can't even rap. Like, my buddy Josh can do the entire song Rap God by Eminem. I can't even do that, so I'm not even that good on my words. Should I go to Vegas this weekend, Chris? Well, I don't know, Chris. I don't know, man. Where do you live? You live in Cali? You can go to Vegas. You can go down to TJ and have some fun in TJ and extend your money out. It really depends on what you want to do, Chris. If you tell me, should I go to Vegas? And I say yes, and then you say, oh, by the way, I got like autoimmune disease. And I'm like, oh, shoot. No, shouldn't do that. The F word is fork, yes. I don't know, man. It's up to your health. It's up to who you're going to go back and associate with. It's up to whether or not you're willing to wear a face mask. I got mine on. I don't know if you got yours. VegasFaceMask.com. Only two you'll ever need. Thank you very much. But no S at the end. There is a Vegas Face Masks website. It's really lame. It looks stupid. It's not my site. Thank you, 885 Blackjack. I appreciate it. No, but here's the deal. I was watching a video on a channel called CoffeeZilla. It's like Godzilla, but coffee at the beginning. And he had this guy. He was an Indian from the country of India. And he had this Mike Tyson tattoo on his face. It was pretty wild. And the guy was explaining how he purchased 5 different university degrees. And he told his whole story about how in India, this is the guy, he's an Indian. He says, India is very racist. I'm like, I did not know that. I know there's a caste system where if you're born into poverty, it's hard to get ahead. But he said a lot of the multinational corporations that open up in India, they won't promote you unless you have a degree. So nowadays, there's some YouTube channels like Valuetainment, David Bettman, I think I can't remember his name. Oh God, it's terrible. Oh, what's wrong with my brain? Patrick Bet David. He says things like, the degrees coming out of school are just not valid anymore because they're all old. But some of these companies still require massive amounts of paper to show that you are who you are. Now, if you're a lawyer, you can pass the bar without studying at a school. You can pass the bar and become a lawyer. Good luck getting hired by a high-end client. They want somebody who went to, UCLA or law schools and all that. If you're a doctor, you should have a degree, of course. I wouldn't want a doctor who's not bonded, licensed, and certified with a great education working on me. But a lot of other things like, being quick on your feet, having a good flow for words, being self-taught at something, that matters more and more. But if you don't have that degree, you're not doing much. So kids, stay in school. What can I tell you? Ford, fix or repair daily. And then you have Fiat, fix it again, Tony. And then you have Volvo, very obvious, loud valves only. I don't know what that stands for. Steven, can you please change the background to the Vegas? Sure, why not? We'll just do what you guys want. Not like I like the background. Why do we need to change the background? I like that background. I thought it was pretty snazzy and cool. And every time I change the background, I tend to have an issue pop up. So we're going to change the background at the popular request. Oh, look, the background is small and you'll probably lose my audio. Now the background's big. Okay, hope you guys are happy. I changed the background for you. 30,200 subscribers, incredibly underrated. It's not even, okay, thank you, Blackjack, for the compliment. I will accept it. It's not a big channel. It's not a big channel at all. No. There's other channels double my size, and there's ones that are 4 times my size. Pretty snazzy. Hey, I like Red Rock. I like it too, but hey, the democracy and this channel is ridiculous. Don't ever say I didn't do nothing for ya. Everyone give a big thumbs up. Stephen J. is Vegas says it should be super cool blogger. Okay, thank you. And if you want to ask a question, you can do it now. We can go off the Vegas script, which we've done several times. We have to say thank you to our level 1 local Las Vegans. That's everybody chatting and watching. Level 2 are the wrenches. They can also be level 3s or level 4s. Level 3s are all of these people in particular from the get-go. We'll do them in the opposite order, actually. Uncle Black, Jerry 101. Uncle, I need to cut my hair with those scissors you sent me. My wife does it. Paul Rotter, Lorna Jennings, Bruce Pobans, Okerlund, Melanie Burleson, David Jacobson, Susan VP, CJ's Daddy, We Love Slot Machine Memes, which I think, oh, okay, I read his, Mr. Classic TV 1980, Shujak Shine, Rick Hopper, Matthew Rios, Martin D, and Vegas Mooch. And we, of course, have our level 4s. Those are people who are on Patreon. Patreon.com/not leaving Las Vegas. I post up early access to videos, photos that I've been taking photos for the better part of 30 years in my life. Started with an old Pentax K1000 film camera, went to the Calgary Public Library, got the yellow books from Kodak. They were these little hardbound books, about 50 pages a piece, showed you how to work the camera, aperture, ISO speeds, films, and all that kind of stuff. And then I moved on from there. You also get blog posts, and I post about personal stuff over there. All right, we're not doing the 3, 2, 1 click. We're just off script for right now. Money is no object, still not leaving Las Vegas. So, of course, if money was no object, I would just fix the central air conditioning in my house. What's up?
Did you feed Albie?
I did not, but I feed him before bed. I fed her this morning. I fed the albino fish this morning, guys. That's another thing. Ace of Vegas, that's 300 likes. Arnold face mask speech. Oh, no. I said I would do a speech if Arnold Schwarzenegger was replacing Steve Sisolak telling everybody to wear face masks in Las Vegas. I said I would do it if I got to 300 likes. Now I got 307 likes. I'm so screwed. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I won't forget the fish. I got to fatten that fish up because when Vegas closes, we'll all be broke. I have to eat it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to eat my fish, I promise. All right, thanks, Ace of Vegas, for reminding me of that. Oh, man. If I had money was not an issue, though. By the way, if money was not an issue, I would simply have 2 vehicles that ran well for me and my wife. I'd have a good gym membership. I would have somebody come in and clean the house once a week so she didn't have to do it. We shared the duties, but she does the bulk of it because I'm not as clean as her. And then I would have my central AC fixed and have a house paid off. And I would have another house that I could rent because the market is not going to be terrible forever. All right, so we have to talk like Arnold, to be honest. All right, so Arnold would come out and he would have his, so we all know that Steve Sisolak, his live streams are epically bad, right? So we have that. So he would be mad at first. I got to take some water first. Oh, God, this is going to be terrible. Oh, why did I say I would do that? Don't change the subject. Change the subject on what? Do the cats try to eat the fish? No. Actually, the fish is up high. The cats are down low. They can't see anything. So we got Arnold coming out. Arnold goes, hello, good morning. How are you? Okay. Shut up. Stop talking. I'm Arnold. I'm here for Steve Sisolak. And we'll talk about the face masks. What's wrong with you people? Wear your masks. You're going to the casinos. You're playing on the machines with the repetitions. You're going around and around. You're not listening. None of you are listening. Stop licking that person. Stop it. What's wrong with you? Wear your mask. Look. He puts on his mask like this. Goes, it's a beautiful mask. I can't do it with the mask on. Comes from VegasFaceMask.com. Only 2 masks you'll ever need. Something like that effect. It was terrible. I suck. That's right. Oh yeah, I can hardly wait until next Thursday and listen to him say nothing again. Is he gonna have a press conference? He's going to have a press conference next Thursday. Nothing will be said. Nothing will be accomplished. Steve Sisolak, his legacy, it's a show about nothing, everybody. Just because why not? Get to the chopper. Come on, let's go. Got to get back to California. California Junior. I saw a Wayne Newton poster telling people to wear masks. Yeah, it says, Mr. Las Vegas says, wear your mask. Stop licking that person. I'm a dead man. That's what they would be doing. Y'all a bunch of kindergartners. Worse than that movie I did. Jingle All the Way. Arnold should be president. Who cares where he was born? He'd be governor of the world. Very good, Arnold. Steve Sisolak is a good guy, William says. Oh, really? Au contraire. I want you to do me a favor. You're going to do your independent research. Do it right. Type in Steve Sisolak. Okay. GoFundMe. Type that into Google. Fundraiser for the Victims of Las Vegas Fund by Steve Sisolak. Raised $11,874,100. The thing is, we don't know where the money went. There's not a full accounting of where $11 million went. So the I-Team on 8 News Now actually investigated him for this, and there's a lot of stuff. He was a chair, and he was running for governor, and he raised a lot of money, and people don't know where the money went, and he was investigated by a few different places. And now we have 37 different bars suing Steve Sisolak. Now, I'm telling you right now, maybe his legacy is he kept us all safe. But at this point, we don't know what's going on and there's no direction. So I'm a little annoyed with the guy. I'm not trying to say he's bad or that he stole money, because that's not where I'm going with all this. But people got mad when I had a GoFundMe and I didn't give him a paper trail accounting of where I put $2,000, and it helped me move into this house and kept my family going and the channel going. $11 million, there's like a free pass there. It's because he's a politician, and it doesn't matter if you have a D or an R in front of your name. Politicians always get a free pass. Pretty much every single one of those people are completely corrupt. Oh my God, F. Johnson, more blackjack. Blackjack is not even in the room. I feel so bad, F. Johnson. More blackjack. Oh my God, I failed you. Oh no, let me see if I can figure something out here real fast. I'm going to try to figure this out real fast, see if I can do it. Where is he? I don't know where he is. He might be on my desktop. Let's see if I got him. And there we go. We got some more blackjack for you guys. So there's some more blackjack. I'm sorry I couldn't impress you much. I took this photo a long time ago. It's the first time I ever used masks in Adobe Photoshop. So we do have some more blackjack for you right there. Sorry I can't bring him in here. I feel bad. What about Rob Blagojevic, or however you spell it? That guy was corrupt too. I don't think he should have had his... did he get some kind of like, did our president go ahead and commute him or something? Yeah, you know, these guys here, they're all a bunch of cesspools. You know how it is. Steve, you need some RAM. I can send you some DDR4 16 gigabytes. That's very nice of you, William. I actually have all 4 channels all hemmed up with 8 gigabyte sticks, so it wouldn't help. I don't want you to waste your resources and your precious money, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Wow, Raw F. Johnson. Sorry I couldn't get you more, but that's a photo I took of blackjack about a decade ago. Since now computer tech time, when you have DDR, it's got to run in channels. So if you have 2, you have to be 8 and 8. You have to have 16, and if you have 4, I have 8, 16, 24, 32. I actually upgraded the RAM. Obama didn't commute him, did he? I thought Trump did. Okay. Well, if Obama commuted Blagojevic, they're all just as corrupt as one another. Steve went to Madame Tussauds in Vegas. Couldn't believe how small Schwarzenegger actually was. Things look so much bigger on TV. Well, he's actually a tall guy. I mean, how tall is Arnold Schwarzenegger? He's 6 foot 2 inches tall. So Wall Street, you must be a big man of stature to think that Arnold was small. I'm only 5'9". Obama did not commit his sentence. That's a lie. Okay, see, now we're arguing about politics. Nobody's deleted. It's okay. Moderators, let them chat it all out. I really thought it was Trump, and I don't like it. I don't like when they commute guys who are corrupt, but I'm sure they have their reasons. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not the president. I'm not the governor. I can't imagine what even a county commissioner has to go through nowadays. Okay, here we go. Blackjack is 7 foot on the screen. Yes, Blackjack is bigger than Arnold, bigger than everybody else. Very cool. Trump pardoned him. There you go. I don't like the commutes either. Is Obama black or white? Michael Jackson said it doesn't matter if you're black or white. That's my Michael Jackson impression. You gotta talk real. No, it's wonderful. Everything's good. That picture is so amazing. Yeah, I got lucky with this one, and I masked it, meaning that I put a black and white layer in Photoshop over it, and then I erased the black and white layer from his eyes, so it looks really good. I actually had somebody, they had lent me a lens. So when you have camera stuff, it's all about the lens on the front of the camera. It's not about this thing. It's about this thing right here. So he lent me like a $4,000 Canon lens that I used for some photography back in the day. It's very nice. Let's see what Josh said that was so bad. He said he said F Obama. Guys, again, I don't want don't delete the political stuff. If it really bothers you that much, just don't listen to it, okay? Because there's a lot of chats going on. Michael Jackson versus James Brown. Michael Jackson could kick and moonwalk, so I think he would be a little bit slippery for James Brown. Okay, well, he is half white, half black, but everyone says he's black, racial lens. No, I don't know. That's up to Obama. I guess it's up to the person to identify what they're going to identify as, and I guess it has a lot to do with their backstory. And like I've said to people before, and I said it when all the stuff was happening and we were having people that were protesting, unless you've been in that person's shoes, you can't really say what they should feel. And that's it, man. Let's go crazy. That's a Prince reference, Paul, and I appreciate you guys being here for the live stream. We're not going to get political. It's getting political. I'm going to cut the stream. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you, F. Johnson twice, F. Johnson again, Mr. Classic TV 1980, Ace of Vegas, Uncle Black, Jerry 101, Paul Rotter, Lorna Jenix, Bruce Pobans, Okerlund, Melanie Burleson, David Jacobson, Susan VP, CJ's Daddy, We Love Slot Machine Memes, Mr. Classic TV 1980, Shujak Shine, Rick Hopper, Matthew Rios, Martin D, Vegas Mooch, Ace of Vegas. You should text me on Facebook Messenger. I have an idea, something that could be fun. We're going to go. You guys are great. No politics getting too hot and heavy. This is about to get heavy. It just settled on my lawsuits. I don't have any lawsuits. I got to go. Thank you. You guys are great. 3, 2, 1. We're going to click out. Are you an Elvis fan, Steve? Yes. I like the Suspicious Minds. All right. 3, 2, 1. Actually, no. I like Wise Men Fail, Only Fools Rush In. I can't help falling in love with you because my wife sang that to me once. Oh, man. That's too much personal. 3, 2, 1, and click.